Welcome. I was planning on uploading this video on a later date because I've been uploading consecutively too many food videos. But since yesterday was National Burger Day, here it is. So, welcome to the Battle of the Burgers. In and out. CARLS Jr. Charbroiled. Yes. And they just fry their burgers. Anyways, I'm going to do the 5 or the 4 senses. Go by sight. Go by feel or touch. Go by taste. And what's the other one? Go by smell. Okay, first of all, let's do sight. Let's just unwrap these. Well, you can see by the wrapper. Let's do sight of the wrapping. So this is how this one came. This one says special because special. Famous star with cheese. They actually have a wide range of burgers at CARLS Jr. You can get thick burgers, half pound of meat. Even I think they have a 1/3 pound. And they have some called the thick burgers. Basically, in and out, they only have the typical hamburger, cheeseburger, and your double. And that's kind of generic, but people like that. So let's go by the wrapping. This is your typical wrapping for takeout orders. The in and out leaves about 1/3 sticking out. I guess it's so you can just chomp right into that. It's an easy way to eat it. I don't know why they got this second wrapper, because usually I just take that off and just put that right in there like that and eat it that way. So I don't see what the point of that is. And CARLS Jr. has, I guess this is more their generic type wrapping. A lot of other fast food establishments have this type. Then you open it up and you have another 1/3 of it sticking out with this wrapping here. So I'll just get rid of that. And let's just get rid of all the wrapping. Basically, you can see there's a size differential. One's bigger than the other. Not by much, but I'll say CARLS Jr. is about 10% bigger. Bigger bun, bigger patty. And you got the sesame seed buns on here. Plain bun. I typically like the sesame seed. You got mayonnaise, cheese. I ordered the special, but I don't think CARLS Jr. makes their burgers to order. I think it's kind of like they just make a few. I'm not sure, but I used to work at McDonald's, and that's the way McDonald's does. You know, we just make batches, like, you know, they'll just tell me, oh, we need like 10 burgers. I'll just make 10 burgers, and they'll just, after I prepare those, they'll just sit there under heat lamps. Now, I'm not sure, but I think CARLS Jr. is that way. But if you order special, I just ordered extra pickles, but if you order a special, you can get like extra mayonnaise or extra cheese. You know, they'll prepare it as you ordered it. So once that order is placed, then they start putting the burger in and grilling it and, you know, preparing it that way as you wait. Now, some people don't like waiting, but I don't mind waiting. And you can see you got some kind of some char there. You can see it better there. You got the charbroiled marks. I like that. Got your onions, tomato, and big hunk of lettuce. I don't usually like lettuce. Really a lot of sauce. That's what I like too. I ordered extra pickles, so there's your extra pickles. And you got mayonnaise on this side. Yeah, I can tell you now that the senses of smell is really coming from this one. You got mayonnaise here too, plus some kind of relish. I'm not sure what that is. But I thought they had, I think, I could see a little bit of red, so I think there's ketchup also. Sometimes these burgers don't have ketchup, like this one doesn't have ketchup on In-N-Out. So I'll just apply some ketchup and mustard, just because I like that combo. So this one, you can see the onion, and you got your cheese there. Not really much covering this, but I don't actually think they applied any sauce on there. And you can see how small that burger is, that patty, compared to this one, because this one's a quarter pound, and you can see the thickness. That's the thickness of those. No grill marks because these are fried, just like McDonald's. And you got a really shabby piece of lettuce. They actually give you a better piece of lettuce here at Carl's Jr. It's like one big leaf. And here's like several. I guess they chop up the lettuce and just apply it. Then you got your big tomato. And there's your, it's like a Thousand Island dressing. I actually could smell this too. And smells enticing. Not bad. Alright, next. We'll just do the smell. Burger smells good. Not really getting much of the charbroil. Maybe because, actually, the Carl's Jr. Famous Star is not as old as these, because I was sitting at Starbucks for a while, and these been sitting in my bag for about 3 hours. And on the way back to my house, I actually decided just to get the Famous Star, so this is more fresh. But let's see if I can smell anything here. Okay. Smell the sauce. I guess bits of the onions and tomato, but we'll see the sauce. Smelling good. I don't like the way this lettuce is just hanging off, so get rid of that. See if I can smell anything here. Can't really smell the burger. Smell a little bit of the cheese. Nothing. I just smell a little bit of freshness. Can't really tell if it's the sauce, but when I opened it previously, I smelled the sauce from here at this level. Now let's do the touch test. It's a decent weight, not too heavy. I guess it fits well in the hand. Nothing really leaking out of there or falling. It's not really a messy burger. This one is like a two-hander. You really need a... I don't see you eating this with one hand like this. Unless you have bigger man hands than me. But I got decent man hands. That's at least what all the girls say. So basically you want to grab this together like so. And just chomp into it. Like I want to do right now. But I'm doing the touch test. So it's really a hefty burger. Yeah, you feel the heft when you compare. So, I guess I'll do the winners after. And you can see my scores. Maybe I'll do like a I don't know. I haven't figured it out. Maybe I'll do a 1 to 5 scale, 5 being the best. Or I'll just do like a yes or no, or like good or bad, or yes, no. Alright. Looks like we went through 3 of the senses. Now the last one is the taste. So let's go ahead and give it a nice halfer. I can tell you right now that just cutting into it, and I'm already tempted to bite into that CARLS Jr. You can see how much is in there. It's just more enticing. I guess because I'm just hungry. This one just looks, I don't know, minuscule. And it's like an appetizer. I don't know. I don't know why people like In-N-Out so much. I guess it's probably the hoopla, you know. You get this rage of nitwits. Like, there's always like some kind of nitwit that's probably like a marketing professional that's telling everybody on Twitter or something, oh, In-N-Out's the best burger. Probably makes a post like every day, and that gets in people's minds, and then it's like, you know, they're already manipulated into thinking In-N-Out's the best burger. I really never heard of anybody saying that CARLS Jr. has the best burger, except me. Been trying to tell people. I actually like the Whopper too from Burger King. And that one's flame broil. I guess it's more of the process that I like, because it seems like they're lazy at In-N-Out. You get this small piece of meat, and it's just fried. The meat's just fried, and I don't know. The only outstanding feature is just, you know, the way they toast their buns. When I make a burger, I like to toast my buns too. That's what she said. Anyways, I think this bun might be... Yeah, it looks like it's toasted too. But it's not like highly publicized like In-N-Out is. So let's do the taste test and bite into it. Kind of want to eat CARLS Jr. first, but I'll just go ahead and bite this. I'm just going to do one bite and tell you how I feel about it. All right. Getting the dressing, cheese, the crunch of the onions, napkin falling out of my fingers. Not really getting any crunch from the bun, because at this point it's just soggy. But it's not as saucy. You don't have as much sauce as I think the Carl's Jr. is gonna have from my sight test. But it has good flavors. Maybe need some salt on the burger, which I asked for. Now I'll give this a taste test. You can see all the sauce already on it. It's just leaking out. They actually had a advertising campaign for a while from Carl's Jr. I guess it was about eating a sloppy burger, and can't remember what the exact campaign was, but it's all about if it doesn't make a mess, it's not a real burger. Something like that. Don't quote me. All right. Yeah. All right. Getting some good flavors. Mayonnaise and getting that charbroil definitely from the meat. I guess that little bit of the ketchup is coming through. It's just so good. I'm gonna have to finish this burger. I'll tell you right now that before I started the video, I like Carl's Jr.'s Famous Star better. Not particularly Famous Star, but there's a lot of the burgers that I like at Carl's Jr. If you go to Carl's Jr. get the chicken Santa Fe, oh, that's really so good. So I came into it liking Carl's Jr. more, and that's the way I'm finishing. Carl's Jr. I claim you the winner. Stay tuned for why this became the winner with the scorecard.